Okay, well, thank you for joining me. This is my quick review of long-term care. Let me just show you my screen. Bear with me. Share. It's a brochure. Okay. So hopefully you're seeing the brochure. And I just wanted to give you a quick primer on long-term care because this product is highly customizable. I'm showing you the brochure from Mutual of Omaha. That's the most comprehensive way to approach it. It's an actual policy for long-term care by itself. There are lots of other ways to slice this. We can go an annuity route with a long-term care rider. So it just depends on your personal situation. But the terms I want you to become familiar with are kind of all similar, so regardless of product. So we're not going to spend too much time talking about the provider of said coverage, right? But basically, we buy it because we want to protect our assets, right? Our nest egg. We want to stay home as long as we can, and we want to balance out and not stress out our families. And frankly, that's one of the bigger reasons to do it because you can stay home a lot longer, and you can have help come in so that your wife or husband does not have to be your full-time caregiver, which is, nice in theory, but it really wears down the caregiver person. And so, we can plan ahead and make a much smoother, happy life for everybody. That's really the goal here. So those are the three reasons, right? Protect nest egg, stay home, don't stress out your family. So in a nutshell, all right? So long-term care need arises when Medicare stops. For example, you go to the hospital, you go to rehab, and after the rehab, you can't go home. And or you can't go home without a lot of assistance. Well, the assistance stops from Medicare, so it's on you to private pay. And private pay care in your home is about $100,000 a year, for real, for full-time care. So if you've got that parked and ready to spend, go right ahead. But your choices are at home, self-pay, or in a facility and having to pay the facility. But either way you slice it, long-term care is around $8,000 a month in Fort Myers right now in a nice facility, not a crappy facility. Forgive me for generalizing. Okay, and I'm just going to keep this brief so that you know why we're doing it, what it does. There's usually a waiting period, like a deductible, right? And we can set that and customize that, right? We can set if your benefits start at home or can keep you home, or if you only want it for if you're in a facility, it's less expensive if you don't want the at-home piece of it. So that's important to know. We can buy it with or without that. The waiting period is optionally 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. So you can also save money that way by just having the cash reserves to handle your deductible period, right? You can have it with cash benefit or reimbursement benefit. Cash benefit is no questions asked. They'll give you a certain amount of money every month. They don't care to see receipts. So those are the different ways you can handle your claim. Another thing is when you have a claims process on your care, you get better care, right? People pay attention to it. The paperwork gets done. The insurance company makes sure that you're getting the care that you need, so that ultimately your case, you are managed properly and getting the best care possible. Ultimately, the insurance company would love for you to get off of it, right? For you to recover enough that you don't need long-term care for the rest of your life. And that's something important to think about. There's a lot of times people are just, sick for a short time and then they recover. And the younger you are, the more often that's the reason why you use your policy. Okay. Policy amounts can vary to whatever amount we basically want. You can buy, whatever face value or policy limit you want. Of course, if you buy $50,000 for the coverage, it's not going to go very far. So usually people are buying it in, larger amounts for a 3 to 5 year period. And we usually add an inflation rider. So if we say your benefit today that we want to buy $5,000 worth of benefit, right, which is a little more than half the actual cost, right? If we wanted to buy that, then we'd add the inflation rider for the first, 10, 15, or 20 years, so that 5,000 continues to go up. So anyway, briefly. I don't want to dig too deep. All right, so benefits include a lot of things. We can have fancy endorsements on it, waiver premiums, catching my eye as one of the possibilities. For if you're using the policy, then you don't have to pay your monthly premium. So there's all sorts of ways to slice this. So that just gives you like a very brief primer on it, guys. I want to be sure just keep this brief enough that I can get you interested in the topic so that we can talk about it further. If I'm giving this video to you, it means I think you need it. And that it's a product that would be useful to you and that perhaps you would buy because I can't give this to someone who's on Medicaid because they'll be able to benefit from this. So thank you for listening and let's talk soon. Thank you very much.